So I've always dreamed about, playing baseball and being successful. And everyone told me no. Everyone told me, no chance, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough. I needed that, I needed to get me going in the right direction. I came here for 2 years, saved thousands of dollars. I was able to stay with my closest friends, get better at baseball, get more athletic, get stronger, get bigger, smarter, get a degree.
Get myself a scholarship to move on to St. John's University. Following graduation at St. John's, I was picked up by the New York Mets. Playing pro ball has been an experience that I could have dreamed for.
I want to play professional basketball. That's my first goal. I'm from Istanbul, Turkey. This is my second language, not my native language. That's been hard, but you have to do it. The pace of the game is different, but the coaching staff and our teammates last year made it easy for us.
No matter how I feel, I always want to go for a run when I'm competing. I feel like myself. It makes me feel better physically and mentally.
On the court, you need 6 people to play together. It's not an individual game. We understand each other's strengths and weaknesses. We just mesh well together.
I knew I wanted to play baseball, and the schools that I could have gone out of high school, they just weren't the right fit for me. And I didn't want to go somewhere just to play baseball, when at the end of the day, I'm going to need a 4-year degree, I'm going to have to go to work every day. And so I really dug into my research about Northern Essex, and for the cost and the baseball and the success that they've had, it was the best of both worlds in that sense.
I started looking at, what's that mean? What's Northern Essex, and was super impressed with what I found and saw. Spoke with Jeff, found out about the athletics department here and the team they have, going to the College World Series several times, assisting student athletes in getting into 4-year colleges, having the whole 2-year to 4-year transfer program. And after a little coaxing from my wife, saying, you realize how much money you're going to save here, right? You realize how much money. I looked at it and said, you know what, he's got a plan. Let's do that. And it was a great decision, really good decision.
And my goal was to come here, get better as a person, as a baseball player, and go to Division I school. And that's something I wouldn't have been able to do out of high school. And if had I gone to some smaller school, some smaller college, I just don't think I would have lived up to the standards that I set for myself. I think I set high standards and I want to achieve those. So by coming here, it's allowed me to work, get better, get bigger, stronger, and ultimately leave here as a better person than I stepped foot on campus.
This school helped me develop a lot. They gave me confidence on and off the court. It's like a home for me.
I didn't know if I was going to be able to play volleyball if I went to a 4-year. Coming here and being able to play was an added bonus.
You're going to play right away here. There's only freshmen and sophomores. You go into a 4-year school, you have 4 years of guys, competing for spots.
Athletics at community colleges are a wonderful feature. Our athletes are some of our best students. Of course, they have to remain academically eligible. They get some extra attention, tutoring and support services, and they've got discipline. And as much as they spend the time in practices and in games, and you think, wow, that occupies so much of someone's life, and it does, it also helps build discipline, teamwork, strategies for dealing with adversity and challenge. And as a result of all of that, our athletes often end up being some of our best students.
I always put school first, no matter what. My family said running's always important, but you can't run unless you work hard. My parents actually went here too for their associates, and both of them are really successful. And when I came here, my GPA has gotten better and better.
It definitely has been a stepping stone. I was one of those people who was really nervous about going to a 4-year college. I didn't know how I would like living away. Coming here and having a campus feel and meeting people and stuff, it's been great, even when I'm living at home and saving money. I think now, after these 2 years, I'm ready to go. And I think that this has prepared me really well for transferring over.
Literally, we have saved close to, maybe more than $40,000 in the 2 years. Kyle has been able to study, get all the prerequisites he needs, get a good solid education, came in, worked hard to play baseball, got some attention, earned a spot, made National Player of the Week, was able to go to the College World Series. The whole family went down. We're looking forward to doing that again. So it has been a phenomenal experience, both for him as a young man and for us as a family.
By the time you want to transfer to a D1, D2 institution, you've got some pretty good odds there and the opportunity to save a whole lot of money over the course of an academic career. We've had students manage nearly full rides and graduate with bachelor's degrees in a range of fields and have a wonderful experience playing sports along the way. We've got some phenomenal teams. We've got a baseball team that 7 out of the last 8 years has made it to the Junior College World Series. We've got a basketball team that's seen some regional success, a volleyball team that's seen some regional success, nationally ranked track athletes. We're adding sports. Softball came back online a couple of years ago, adding soccer, adding golf. We know how important it is to have these opportunities out of the classroom for student athletes and for the other students. Maybe they're not the athletes themselves, but to watch these sports, for the community to rally around.
You know, I think the things that Northern Essex has taught me, I wouldn't have learned anywhere else. I mean, coming out senior year, I was so young and I didn't realize how ill prepared I was for everything, for life. And I think it was a good reality check when I would just come to class and you have people of different ages, different backgrounds, ethnicities, and everyone's good people. It's all what you do and how you put yourself into the world that makes a bigger difference. I don't see a stop for Northern Essex athletics. I just think the ceiling is so high. Everything's going in the right direction for a small little community college. It's really starting to make a name for itself.
Wherever you want to go,
Wherever you want to go,
NECC.
NECC
It can help you get there.